Hey guys, welcome to the first of my top 5 favorite figures. Sorry if I look tired, I actually haven't slept yet, so been busy writing, doing all sorts of other things, but I figured now would be a good time to get started on these top 5, on this series of top 5 figures. So I wanted to start off with the my original favorite character. This was back when the movies were being re-released in '97, and this is also when Shadows of the Empire came out, so the video game and the books, in fact, everything. So this guy played a prominent role in that game, well, semi-prominent, and he was also a bounty hunter in Empire Strikes Back. So if you can't tell who I'm talking about, if not for the title, it's IG-88. I think the appeal for this guy, for me, as a kid, was just getting into Star Wars. I loved the droids. I thought all the droids looked really cool. It was originally 3PO and R2, which got me sort of into what these movies could offer, but when I first saw IG-88, he was my, the coolest looking thing next to the AT-ATs. So, I'm going to be reviewing, this is the 2010 Saga Legends version, which is a repack of the 2007 vintage 30th anniversary version. So it's the ultimate version of IG-88, essentially. A little backstory for the character, actually, because I feel if I'm going to do these videos, I should give you the backstory, should it be there. And I'm a big Star Wars nerd, so my favorite Star Wars book is Tales of the Bounty Hunters. I actually have it in my other room, but I should have probably brought that down for this. So, Tales of the Bounty Hunters talks in depth about each of the 6 bounty hunters from the executor scene in Empire. So, IG-88 is, in a nutshell, he is a consciousness, an AI, which transmits itself through 4 bodies. So this is one of 4 IG-88 bodies. IG-88's A through D. Now, when IG-88 was created, there were 4 bodies, and they killed their makers right when they were created. There was another IG unit called IG-72, who IG-88 was going to assimilate, but IG-72 implanted the idea that droids could revolt against organic people. Think Terminator. So, the IG-88 series' main goal was to begin the droid revolution. And IG-88 got pretty close. 3 of his bodies get destroyed. In Shadows of the Empire, Dash Rendar kills 1. Boba Fett kills 2 more, 1 on Bespin, 1 on Tatooine. The last body infiltrates the Death Star 2. And what happens is the consciousness goes into the Death Star and actually controls it. So, fun fact, in Return of the Jedi, when the Death Star is firing, that's because IG-88 is firing it. It's not exactly operational. But anyways, that in a nutshell, we all know what happened to the Death Star, so... Alright, on to the figure. Accessories. Let me just stand them up there. Accessories. He comes with the Blast Tech, let me just check my notes here, DLT-220A laser. This is also known as, I think, the Pulse Rifle in Shadows of the Empire. And, of course, your standard E11 blaster rifle. Comes with all Imperial troops. And, oh, I'm sorry, there's one more. He has the blade extension on his back, which I believe is removable. It is, you could just pop it right off if you wanted, but very nice detail, especially since we didn't get that with the other IG-88 figures. On to articulation. He's got a swivel head, swivel neck, swivel elbows, swivel arms, ball-jointed elbows, which is really nice when you want to pose them, and no articulations in the wrist, but he's a droid, so I'm not really complaining. Swivel hips, swivel chest, ball-hinged torso. I'm looking at my notes because I seriously probably wouldn't be able to remember all this at once. Okay, he's got ball-hinged knees. If I can just demonstrate that, there we go. Ball-hinged knees, so you can see right there. Ball-hinged ankles, so you can kind of pose them any way you want. Swivel Thighs, Very fresh. And I think that was everything I had written down. No articulation in the arms, sadly. So, now the reason he's on my top 5 is because you're getting a complete package for a figure, for a character that is briefly seen in the movies, but expanded upon greatly in the expanded material. So you're getting a good figure. I mean, you get 2 guns, you get the blade extension, and he's IG-88. He's one of the big 6, and the 6 bounty hunters are by far my favorite Star Wars characters in the franchise. I mean, I can't pick just one, of course. Oh, hey, Boba Fett's the best, but when I read Tales of the Bounty Hunters, these guys had such phenomenal stories. I mean, IG-88's trying to start a droid revolution. Forlom and Zuckuss join the rebellion. Dengar saves Boba Fett from the Sarlacc pit, gets married. Bosk, you learn why he signed up to hunt down Han Solo, because you need... really quick fact, because I'm going off topic here. The Trandoshans hunt Wookiees, and Chewbacca is the only one who's gotten away from Bosk, so he's hunting Chewbacca. And Boba Fett talks about a experience he had hunting down a murderer who was actually Labria, the Devil Cantina patron. I think a figure of him's been released. Yeah, I got one upstairs. So, but in a nutshell, I found IG-88's to be the best story, because, you know, it was really cool just finding out about this guy and how in-depth his character was, in a sense, for a droid. So, overall impressions, the articulation's great. You get, you know, it's mostly swivel articulation, but you get some ball hinge stuff in there as well. Accessories fit pretty nicely in the hands, actually. So you can pose them just any way you want. Let me just get the E11 in there. Bada bing. As you can see. So you can, you know, this is the pose I usually got him in on my shelf. He's really cool. So if you don't have him, I highly suggest you pick this guy up, because he's a great figure overall, and if you're big on the bounty hunters, then what can I say? He's just a great figure overall, and that's why he's on my top 5. So hope you enjoyed that. With that concludes the first of my top 5 reviews. I hope you enjoyed it. Part 2 is coming soon, and it's another of the Executor bounty hunters, and you could probably guess who it is. Clue, he's a clone.